Call the member for Corangamite.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Will the Prime Minister update the House on how the government's plan for lower taxes, more infrastructure and expanded trade will create jobs in my electorate and around Australia?
Hear, hear.
The Prime Minister.
Well, I do thank the member for Corangamite because it's an absolutely great question. It's a great question from the member Corangamite, and I know because I've spoken to significant businesses in her electorate, businesses like Buller Foods, businesses like the Australian Lamb Company. They are benefiting from the policies of this government. They've benefited from the repeal of the carbon tax, which has reduced their costs by tens of thousands of dollars. They're benefiting from the duplication of the Princes Highway out to Colac, because that will help their goods to get to market. And obviously, Mr Speaker, they will benefit from the free trade agreements that this government has negotiated. Already, businesses like Buller Foods and the Australian Lamb Company are looking at putting on more staff to take advantage of the opportunities that these free trade agreements provide. Now, Mr Speaker, on day one and from day one, this is a government which has been open for business, and our plan to be more open for business has meant lower taxes, more infrastructure and freer trade. And every day that's exactly what we've been focused on: lower taxes, more infrastructure and freer trade, because that means more jobs. And I can assure people right around Australia that our plan is working. There are 335,000 more jobs today than there were on election night in 2013. Our plan is working. Not only are there more jobs, but housing approvals are at near record levels. Corporate registrations, company registrations are at record levels. Car sales are at record levels. And I'm very happy to say that bankruptcies are at near record lows, all because of the policies of this government. Mr Speaker, the Australian Industry Group has just reported that Australia's services sector is expanding at the fastest pace since March 2008. The AIG's performance indices show the strongest economy-wide result in over 5 years, with manufacturing and construction particularly expanding. And you know, it will get better under the China-Australia Free Trade Agreement. Dairy producers know where they stand on the Free Trade Agreement. Wine producers, beef producers, health product producers, they all know where they stand on the Free Trade Agreement. The only one who doesn't is the Leader of the Opposition. He was the CFMEU mouthpiece in this parliament earlier today, made an angry, ugly speech about the Free Trade Agreement, and when it came to the vote, he couldn't say yes, he couldn't say no, because he is too weak to be the alternative Prime Minister of this country.